Glory, glory, man united. Thanks, Ashley.
Can this be over now?
Oh, you know what's so dope is for whatever reason, that song is like almost exactly 3 minutes. But what happens is I always trigger the overlay before the song. I should just stick them together and it would be on point. On point, absolutely perfect. Let me just close this thing right here out the way. Chia, making problems. And I am playing around. Yes, Mr. Edit. I'll explain the overlays in a hot second. Yeah, today's gonna be mad casual. It's been a super busy week. Um, yeah, it's crazy. So I got some tweaking and playing around on the stream on the stream, but yeah, we'll get into that. So let's just stop goofing and get straight to the intro. Thank you, people. I love you. Thank you for being here. Aloha, internet people. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Big ups. For those of you guys who don't know, I am Doc Rock, and I do this stream. It's just all about questions and answers to get your stream team together. Live streaming is all the rage, and you got to dive in now. Stop goofing off. Grab a camera, even if it's all you have is your mobile, and jump in the live streaming. It's so much fun. And as much as I love Final Cut Pro, it saves in the editing. So you just stream it and get it up there. So today, normally we come here, we do a bunch of questions and answers, but you know what? We chillaxing today because, like Chris Wood said, it's my birthday and I can stream if I want to. So let me make that large. Big up, Mr. Chris. How you doing? Wait, right there. That's the one I want. And gotta send a shouty to my little Imoto-chan, Eddie. Happy birthday, Eddie. Yo, cookies are fire, by the way. Absolute fire. Good to see that young nephew is getting up first thing in the morning playing with GarageBand. He get it from his uncle of the year. Mr. Asian Tony Stark, fellow Virgo in the building. How you doing, Mr. Tony Asian Stark? I came out all crooked. Ryan, I love you, brother. Good to see you. Yeah, I've been playing around with some overlays and whatnot, and you guys will notice that like I'm rocking the full on like extra. And let me just get into why I do that. Not something that I talk about freely because, truth be told, it's a little bit depressing. But I'm dealing with two loved ones that are dealing with dementia slash Alzheimer's. A lot of people don't understand the difference. Dementia could be a series of things. Alzheimer's is the most prominent form of dementia, but dementia comes in various forms. And their thing is purple. So like I'm gonna rock purple because I'm representing going to start doing some fundraising streams and stuff like that. Yo, anybody that's out there dealing with this stuff, trust me, people, I know this is hard. It's driving me absolutely insane. And I figure a person with a small platform, my platform is not huge, but if I could bring attention to it, because in Hawaii it's extremely prevalent. I still haven't got all the statistics and everything down. They say something like 1 in 6 females and 1 in 11 males are likely to get dementia, considering it's swinging from both sides of the family. I'm sure this won't be my last time dealing with it. As I'm creeping on birthday, it might even be me. So I might be asking Ryan, what's your name again? All jokes aside, it's a serious thing. And I just thought I would do what I can to support. So for my birthday, if you go to my Facebook profile, you'll see I have a fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association. Even if it's $1, fam, can you please jump over and put it in? Like, let me see if I can pull that up. I had just decided I was going to be like super mad, relaxed today, not get like hella crazy with it. So my man, I just realized my Facebook browser is like mad messy. I got stuff all over the place. Here we go. I found it. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see. Bam, if I hit that. Booyaka. Yes. If you come over, you'll see so far I've raised 400 of my $800 goal. Why did I pick 800? Because 8 and 22 are my lucky numbers. It just happens to be a famous number. And mostly because my body is shaped like an 8. Big ass head, big ass middle. So I don't know. I just thought it's a good number, 8, infinity. I've been on that since before Stussy stole my steez. When Stussy came out and started rocking 8-ball everything, oh, I was about that life. It's just always been a thing for me. I don't know why I'm weird like that. I love 8s, but yeah, even if it's only $1, $2, $5, whatever. Every little bit count. I know times is hard right now, but trust you, if you're dealing with Alzheimer's or you know anybody that's dealing with Alzheimer's or dementias, it's work. So if you can, knock yourself out. Thank you, little sis. I did. You were the first person to donate, if I recall. You and Latasha. Latasha normally comes on the stream. We're like seriously some of the first people to jump in and dive on. And yes, Mr. Ryan, you're 100% true. One infinite loop. I appreciate you, fam. I believe Ryan, if I say anything crazy or need help, I believe you and Chris would both have moderator for YouTube. So if anything comes up in YouTube chat, or you know how my interface loves to be goofy, yeah, I'm probably gonna pick up go back to my Scarlet. Like I miss my Scarlet. It was good. I like this Evo. It has a lot of cool stuff. Built-in loop back is dope. But for whatever reason that see, here we go. I'm going to show you something funny in a second, edit. For whatever reason, my Ecamm and this thing don't like each other. I mean, it sounds great. It works perfectly, but something triggers it to move my volume up and down. And I really don't want to play with sussing it out. I probably can. It's not my life right now. I got better things to do than play with it. So I'm probably going to go back and get another Sapphire, and the Evo 4 will probably end up on my nephew's computer because he thinks he's a DJ now. So wait, before I show you about this Focusrite real quick, these are the two most prominent interfaces in the game. This and probably the Motu or the Presonus. This smaller one down here on the bottom is the most common. It's a 2i2, and in the solo, I would probably get the slightly bigger joint, the one that's like the 4. I think it's 4i4 or 6i, because of the ability when we can get out of lockdown to do podcasts with, say 3 or 4 people and have it perfectly set up. So that is something that I've been looking into getting for the stream. If you haven't already picked up a good USB interface, and there's so many out there, it's really hard to go wrong with the Focusrite setup. I mean, they're just absolutely incredible. Robert says he has a 2i2 and he loves it. Yeah, when I should have got it, they were out of stock, and I had a 24. What was it? The one with the built-in DSP, the 24 Pro. And that was based off of Thunderbolt. So after the USB-C and needing like 2 dongles to get it to work, Thunderbolt 3, aka USB-C, and needing 2 Thunderbolt dongles to get it work, because at first I was going from a Thunderbolt 2 to Thunderbolt 1 to make it work. And then when I got the 2 new iMacs over here, they both have Thunderbolt 3. So it was like Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 2 to Thunderbolt, and it was just way too many conversions, and it would do weird stuff every once in a while. So I sold it. And yeah, when I was ready to buy, they were out of stock. So I just picked this Evo 4 because it was brand new, and it had the loop back built in, which I thought was dope. And yeah, I'm over it. It's great. It's really, really great, but I'm over it. Let's see. Alex Flores. ¿Qué pasa, brother? Flores says, what do you think about the bundle with the mic? I'm still thinking of getting that bundle or just the interface and match with the Worker B mic. So honestly, the King B mic is dope. Like, it's really, really dope. It's just too heavy for my arm. So I love that mic. If Focusrite hired somebody to make a mic for them, trust you me, they don't make this mic. But if those guys hire somebody to make a mic for them, it's probably a good mic. What's up, Ty? Good to see you here, fam. So I think that I would trust their mic, you know what, and maybe I'll do exactly what you say And maybe I'll pick the bundle so I can just, suss it out in the stream. Because then if I don't like it, I can send it back. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Uh, Mr. Tony Stark said he got an Elgato Wave 3 coming in. The software is supposed to be powerful. When I first looked at it, like I kind of poo-pooed it because Elgato is famous for taking stuff and making it look cute, but on substance, they're kind of like whack. And they also take stuff that everybody needs and put it in a dope, clean package and charge a little too much for it. So the real power is never really there. So I kind of poo-pooed it, but it's had a couple firmware updates since that time. And some of the stuff that you can do with their built-in digital mixer that's on there does look a bit intriguing. So I think I might have to try to pull in one of those to do a test. Ryan, when you get it, hit me up and maybe we can try and do a test or whatever, provided you can get out of COVID. And my brother-in-law is sending me text messages, and he probably don't know that I'm streaming right now. Eddie, tell your husband I'm busy. let me check and see. Hey, how the heck did that come up? That's weird. Oh, see, I got things jumping in front of my screen. Oh, I see. So my brother-in-law is flying his drone right now and sending me pictures. That's funny. Ty from the Logic Sphere says he's on Streamlabs right now. How do I add a guest? Okay. There is a thing. It's called OBS Ninja. I think that's correct. OBS Ninja. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, this is pretty. I'm sorry. I'm being distracted by my brother-in-law's drone footage. But look, Mr. Edit, I got this just for you and Mr. Markeith Braden. You ready? Check this button out. It's for me. It's not for y'all. That's for me. When I catch myself going crazy, I just gotta tap the button real quick and get back to it. Focus, Daniel-san. Focus. OBS Ninja. I think that's what it is. Okay, so you go to get this OBS Ninja thing, and in theory, what it's supposed to be able to do is allow you to add another person to your stream just by sending them a link, a la Restream or StreamYard. So you just go to obs.ninja, you set this up, you can send people, the link, and then they can jump on your stream. We tested it out with Ecamm, and it was kind of flavy, but we had some audio routing issues as far as getting the voice down. Everybody was echoing, and it wasn't really setting up like a proper mix minus. So that's something that, again, if you get a focus rate, you were able to do some mix minus stuff built into the focus rate, especially on like the higher joints, like the 4i4. I don't remember if the 2i2 can do that mix minus, but I remember my old 24 Pro had it in there. So it was great when you're doing like a Skype call and stuff like that. And mix minus is complicated, so we won't talk about it at this moment. But maybe when we do just do an audio routing show, that's the Tuesday swag. Tuesday is where I teach you stuff. Saturday is where we answer questions. And hey, today I'm just freestyling because it's my birthday and I don't care. And the Manchester United play today and the Raiders play tomorrow. So it's a good weekend. It's a good weekend. Let's see what else. I definitely want to check out that Elgato Wave 3. Ryan, I might even just purchase one too. Robert says, for Mr. Alex, this is pertaining to your question. Robert says that the Scarlett mic has missed reviews, so he went with the AT2020, and the next move is to go up to the SM7B game changer, like winner chicken dinner. But you got to remember, on top of that 350, you got to add another $100 for a Fed head or a cloud lifter. But hey. That's neither here nor there. SM7B just sounds moist. You'll sound like Lou Rawls. You'll be here, you'll never find. Anyway, so. Oh, thank you. Oh, big ups. See, I did it again. Last week I got busy and I forgot to set up my widget. I'm gonna set it up right now and show you guys how it is did, so that way you can see. Because I forgot. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you, fam. See, all right. So what happened was, and I don't know if you guys saw it in the bottom corner, a little thing popped up and it said that Ty from the Logisphere hooked me up with a super chat, which of course is always appreciated. I will take that and send it to my Alzheimer's fundraiser. But let me go ahead and set up a Streamlabs widget because I was supposed to do this on Tuesday, but what happened, Spectrum decided that we didn't want to be on the internet no more. And right in the middle of the stream, Spectrum was like, all right, say goodbye to the people. my connection ate it. Like midstream, the connection just ate it. And I was like, come on, son. Like we were right in the middle of teaching you guys about setting up Restream and like the dope parts about Restream, and it just did not want to be my friend. I was super, super irritated. Tim, what's up, Tim? Good to see you here. And you know what, Tim? I'm going to tell you why I appreciate you, fam. You follow instructions. I said to the people on Facebook, look, I do stream to both places, but to me, it's just easier to interact with YouTube because YouTube just behaves better. Facebook has been iffy lately. Really, 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 really iffy. So I appreciate you because I know you're always on the Facebook, and then Tim jumped over to the YouTube. So I appreciate you. And as we say, ¿qué pasó, brother? Nah, Ty said, edit. Ty, edit. Ryan's DJ name is DJ Edit, so I call him Edit more than I call him Ryan. I only call him Ryan when he's in trouble or my mom yells at him. He said he got an Elgato Wave 3 and it's awesome. All right, now y'all got me wanting to check me out. And okay, so square me away on this. I know the price point is good, but you're saying that with that mixer software, I can run VSTs in the mic, and because Ecamm right now doesn't support VSTs. Trust me, I tag the twins once a week, like give us VST or AU support, and I don't even want to do effects. I mostly just want to put my meter in so I can see what the heck I'm doing. You know, that's crazy. Of course, I could use a little compression for this bass I got. So he said he caught it back in retail price. Looking forward to getting there. And then Command 3. What is Command 3 lines D&D? Do not disturb. I got it. He's telling me to mute my brother. I can't mute him because he's the police, and so he keeps me out of trouble. Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, I see. Ryan and Ty, you guys just have your own little conversation by your damn self then. Oh, Romeo, what's up, brother? ¿Qué pasó? Good to see you, fam. Okay, he say Romeo got a aftermarket guru shop in Vegas. Man, I can't wait to get on a plane and come visit. Like I've been wanting to go to visit and check it out. So if you guys are in Vegas, slide by 5160 West Patrick Lane. Go see Romeo and tell him I say what's up because that's my man. He's hella cool. Like when he was here, my ride was always dope. So appreciate it. And Jermaine, I'm not gonna call you Jaimin today, Mr. Hansu. Thank you, fam. I appreciate the love. And there you go. Even though my widget wasn't working, again, thank you so much to my man Ty. I appreciate you, fam. The Logic Sphere is always in the building. Ryan says Best Buy got the Wave 3 on sale. Ooh, I got Best Buy credit. Yes, I am running this pod mic, Jermaine, and currently it is connected to an Audio Evo 4, which again, I think is a fantastic interface, but for whatever reason, on mine, and I can't figure this out at all, when I change certain screens, especially a screen that has a sound in it, when I come back, it lowers my sound automatically, and haven't been able to suss that out. So I normally have to have Chris Wood or Ryan be like, hey, yo, turn your volume back up. So it's kind of driving me batty. But I do love the pod mic. The sound on the pod mic game is really, really, really good. All right. My boy Glenn is in the building. What's up, Glenn? Glenn is a world-class photographer. He teaches me some dope stuff. So I can't wait till we can get back out in these streets, Glenn. I need to take some pictures. I've been tired of focusing on crap in my house or just shooting sunsets of the harbor from my lanai, a.k.a. balcony to my friends in the mainland. So Ryan and Logisphere just having their own little chat. So I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do. And then... hey, yo, what's up, girl? Okay, Yo-Yo is my sweetheart from back in the day. She is absolute bomb. You guys know Yo-Yo. She's a famous dancer. You see the Hawaii girl in the MC Hammer commercial? That's Yo-Yo. That's my dance partner when we used to cut up the rug. Now I'll throw a hip out, drop this new metal knee on the floor, and be rolling around in pain and taking Motrin for about 3-4 months after. So dancing is over for myself. And Mr. Flores says, Feliz cumpleaños. Thank you. Anytime, fam. Any questions you have, be down to let it in. And Glenn says, yes, sounds good. Man, I can't wait to shoot. You have no idea. And then Tony keep post pro camera, keep posting dope photos of like camera stuff that he wants us to buy. And no, I gotta show you guys something funny. Let me pull this picture up on my phone and transfer it to my computer real quick. So you guys know normally when I stream, I love to rock my gorgeous Pro Camera Hawaii hat because I like to support my fam. So the other day, was eating lunch, and I don't know if you guys, people in the mainland will understand this, but we have something here called Shoyu Pork, and it's basically pork belly cooked in soy sauce with like sugar and special magic deliciousness. It's technically a Chinese thing that has been sort of customary to like Hawaii and has been switched up. So it's a little bit of Chinese, a little bit of Okinawa, and a little bit of Japanese, all mixed together with that extra Hawaiian flair. It's one of the best things you'll ever eat. If you come to Hawaii and you see something on the menu that says Shoyu Pork, you just eat it. Trust me, it's delicious, right? Unless you're like Saleka Masalayaku, okay? So what I did, this is super funny. I was eating the lunch and I got the brand new plate. I picked up the plate and I was just trying to wipe the little bit of sauce off the side because I didn't want to accidentally touch it and get my hands all messed up. Okay. What I didn't know is that my homie ordered my plate with extra sauce. So when I lifted the plate, I basically leaned it to the side and poured Shoyu Pork all over my lovely Pro Camera Hawaii hat and forever ruined it. Look at that. It's just horrible. Look at that. My hat. My hat. And so I sent the picture to my man Tony, the owner of Pro Camera Hawaii, and he was like, oh, well, you SOL because we'll have no more hats. And I was like, oh. So now I have a pork flavor hat. So my goal is to see if I can Jason Mark that sucker back clean, and hopefully I can recover it until we get some more hats. But hat might taste good at this point. But yeah, if you ever come to Hawaii, people, any of you guys that are listening from the mainland side, and you go to any place and you see Shoyu Pork in the menu, start reading, just order that, mac salad, rice, put the sauce on the rice. Game changer. Game changer. It will wreck your life. Like I came here in 1984. I ate a Shoyu Pork plate, and I never left. Speak on it. Yeah, that's what the Jason Mark is, Yos. It's with the sneakerheads we use to keep our sneakers clean. That's why you never see me with dirty sneakers, because homie don't play that. It's not the move. And yes, Bishop Donald, yes, it's my birthday. Good to see you. Thank you, brother. You're always coming to see me. I appreciate you. And then Robert got to be fancy with the Sangel Chuka. He's slick with it. I love you, fam. You guys are great. Okay, let's do this real quick. Let me stop goofing off. See, I gotta hit my button. There you go. Yes. That was completely set up for my own personal edification. Cause I'd be goofy like that. All right, so what you do is you come over here and you go to alert box, and you remember to press silence the notifications. Okay, so basically what happens is you get a little box, and I'll show you something. Like if I get a new subscriber here and I hit that, it would send that over to the stream, right? But right now, I don't have it set up in Ecamm. So what I need to do is copy this URL. If you're ever showing this to somebody on your stream, and you're explaining this, like you're paying it forward, you're explaining this to the next folks, never click this button, because once they have that, they can just goof with your stuff. So leave it alone, okay? And right now, I'm not going to tweak the settings or anything. I'm going to just leave it exactly as it is. And I basically copy the URL, and then we jump back over here in the Ecamm and come over and turn on the demo mode, and then you guys will see. Hey, my nephew is here. What's up, Kaz? You and Kota? Oh, you watching with Mama and Kota. Okay. Yeah, my young nephew over here is making beats, so you guys, he'll be famous. He'll be the next Kanye, but it'll be Kazuma instead. Okay, we click on this little widget thing, and then you paste that in, and then I'll change it later because I know you guys can see. And then you just do AB for like alert box. So you add the widget overlay. And then now, if I press the button, it pops up. So once you have it like where you want it, you can kind of like resize it and, kind of adjust it, put it where you want it to be. So right now, it takes up a lot of space. I will double click this widget options thing, and I will probably bring this down to like 400 by 400. 800 is kind of large. Now, the other thing I do, you probably don't have to, but I always put it on 30 frames a second. And then again, let's try a different one. So this is to be the super chat. You know what I mean? Okay, so then you realize you made it too small. I'm going to have to go back and put that 450 back on. I hate when people make weird sizes. Like, use aspect ratios, people, when you design things. So you can go in with HTML or CSS and redesign it to be however you want it to be. And then it should work. Okay, let's see. And it's there. Let's try that again. There you go. Now, with this particular it's kind of crazy. So once you have it there, you kind of move it to where you want it to be. And why is it not staying where I want it to be? Okay, stay right there. And you got to grab it while it's playing. It keeps wanting to move my movie, so let me, because I got the movie sitting on top. There you go. Okay, now you can shrink it to like a size that's normal, and you could grab the box and sort of spread it around and just put it in the corner where you want it to go. And then the next time, something comes through, it'll pop up on the box. Now, normally what I do is take that and move it to the top, and I'll leave it there. And so the last thing I'm going to do is come out of demo mode, and I'm going to change my URL because you guys was watching me type in my URL. And I know some of y'all are goofy, and you might know how to go in there and change it. So I could just regenerate a new URL, and then we'd be good to go. There, super simple. And then do a quick update, gangsta, and then now it is fixed. Now you could set them up so they take up the whole frame and whatever, but that's basically how you do it. Okay, so what else was I going to show you guys today? Oh, Ryan was asking me about making new widgets and stuff. So yes, that I did. I could do cool stuff like that. You'll notice that one actually has a WAV file attached to it. So yeah, I've been just sitting here playing around, making some new updates, making some new frames and whatnot, and trying to, make the stream look a little bit better. I have gone back to doing them in Final Cut. Like, I did a bunch of training on how to do them in Keynote. I showed, several videos about myself doing them in Keynote, but I could do it so much faster in Final Cut. It's not even funny. And so then I made another new one, and I'm going to set it up as, okay, so when you bring in you know what? Let me show you all the way. Let me delete that. Here's live demo mode. Okay, so what I just did was I dragged in this movie file, and then when the movie file comes over, it asks two questions. Do you want to do full screen with audio or as an animated overlay? So in this particular case, I'm going to set it up as an animated overlay. And the reason for that is that you can do different triggers with an anime versus, say, a full screen with audio. Full screen with audio is going to see it as a movie, and then you'll kind of want to set it up as a scene, and you'll have another different set of triggers which you can do after. If you do an animated overlay, then it will strip the audio, and if it is at Apple ProRes 4444, it will leave the background transparent. I don't think I saved this as Apple ProRes 444, so it just did that. So I will come here and set this that when this is over, hide, and then I will also turn off the autoplay. Okay, so then I'll put this in the corner and make it just about yo big. And then what I will do is take this guy, move it up into the play forever section. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and open up Stream Deck. And I just reinstalled this computer, so I don't have my Stream Deck like fully set up yet, but that's good because then I can teach you how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to take that and come down to here and switch this to Stream Deck. Okay, boom. So in the Stream Deck, on the side here, these are your Ecamm live setups. Okay, so you can go in and pick any of these functions and add them to the Stream Deck. So some of the new stuff that they added in the update is like the hide the last comment is there, and then we got show hide overlay. So I'm gonna take this show hide overlay and I'm gonna put it right here on the second button. I'm going to replace what's already there. So it says, like, here's an overlay, and that is my alert box. Okay, I don't want it to be the alert box. I want it to be true. Like, and then I got that. Okay, so I go ahead and save that, come back over to my stream, and then I go ahead and turn this off. And so now what happens is, I could turn on the, oh, see, I got to switch it back to autoplay. Good thing I remembered that now that I have a button. Okay, so now I can turn it off. And we turn it on, bam, it just goes ahead into play. And then it disappears. Boom, see, there you go. So you can do cool stuff like that with your Stream Deck. Or if you're using Stream Deck mobile, like set it up on your phone so you can do it on your phone. Now, the other cool thing that you can do is I can add, because of the way this is set up now, and I'm not doing it as a Apple ProRes 4444, which sets up transparent overlays, which is like how I did this one. This is a transparent overlay. And one of the things that confuses people is when you set up Apple ProRes 4444 overlays, right? That last 4 is alpha channel. Okay, and alpha channel is what allows the bottom to be clear so you can see, you know, the hands moving and whatnot. In a standard H.264, which is what most people save most movies, or the HEIC or whatever's, that last 4, that last channel, okay, the first 3 channels, the 4444 is, you know, RGB, right? Red, green, and blue. So that's your color, right? And it also adds the YSL, the HSL, hue, saturation, and luminance. It covers the sort of chromatic spectrum with the yellow, cyan. It's complicated, but that's basically color information across the board, right? So 4444 is RGB alpha. Okay, the other formats, they keep the RGB part and the rest of the stuff, the HSL, the hue, saturation, luminance, your chroma, your YCBR, and all of that stuff, it keeps it in those 3, but it uses the last channel for audio. So you cannot take an H.264, H.265 file and make the background transparent and have audio because you're missing a channel. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't work. And that's just something that's been in video forever. So that's why when you, okay, us hybrid shooters, guys you see running around with one of these guys in their hand, you know, taking video, taking pictures. you normally see everybody, the audio, the picture, everything is all together. Back in the film world and what video transpired to be, you got the camera guy, he's doing camera stuff. The audio guy was running around with this thing that looked like a giant reel-to-reel on his neck. It's a Nagra recorder. And they were running the audio separate. You see the guy with the pole and the big old set of headphones, and he got the pole, and you see the mic, dipping people in the head. So all the guys with your podcast set up with the Rode NTG mic, yeah, because in the field, we always shot audio and video separate. We put that together in Final Cut or Premiere or wherever when you're done editing, Avid, all of the above. So they tried to simplify stuff in order to make this easier, right? They tried to simplify stuff to make it so that, general people can do this. And in the process of doing that, you lose that ability for the audio to be connected to a video that has an alpha channel. So what you do is you bring in the transparent video like mine, like I did here, and in the top of my scene, I added a audio file so that way when I play the scene, let me switch back in, it plays the switch by itself. If I go back into demo mode and you look at my screen, it says right there, switch pack 1, 2, wave. That's the sound file that I added to that. And the way I did that is over here, where that is, you connect it to a scene. So this is overlay. I can't connect it to an overlay, but you can come into options and add it to a particular scene. So if I was to use my old one, right now you hear there's nothing. I can say add this to the scene. Okay, so now when I go to the old overlay, then it's there. It plays automatically with the scene. You see what I'm saying? If you get rid of it, then it won't play automatically with the scene. So if I switch back in this time, it's back to silent. So that's how you fake the adding audio to an overlay video that has, H.264 set up, right? Also, Chris brings up an extremely valid point. Let me show you. I love it when the PC people finally see it. You know what I mean? Thanks, fam. I appreciate you. So, Sensei over here. Wait, it's not Sensei because Taekwondo is Korean. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up my languages. You know how I do. If I go back to this scene right here, what I do with it? What did him do with that bomba clout where you hide that one, boy? There you go. So if you go, let me make this shorter because then we can see. Not skinnier, dude, shorter. Oh, there we go. There we go. The one problem with 5K monitors is certain programs fight the interface. Okay, now we can pop this in the middle, and then I can give it the zoom. Spaghetti. All right, here we go. So, what Chris was talking about, because Chris said you can do the Stream Deck multi-action, right? So, not in Ecamm, but if you go up to where the English, here we go, multi-action switch, right? So you got multi-action, which is just a regular set of do things in a row, do this, do that, do this, do that. And then there's multi-action switch, which is turn all of these things on, turn all of these things off. So you could literally take one of these guys, drag it to a button. Yes, I'm going to replace that. And then you could add the various other actions that you want to pop off at the same time. So I can stick in show hide overlay, play this sound, stop this sound, you know what I mean? Or switch to screen share mode. So you could run a whole scene, play the next scene, play a video, all of these things. You could do a bunch of stuff like that. And then so you basically build that trigger. And then so setting this up like in practice, like what does that mean in practice? Practice? We talking about practice? No, sorry AI. you can say, all right, so get a super chat. And of course, you want to send out that thanks. I could have it do a sound like this generic applause, which is whack. I got some sounds for you. And edit. I'm surprised that we didn't think about this, but you know how there is always that one thing that, okay, like now producers, they put in the beginning of all their track, mustard on the beat, and it just gets you, right? And, it used to be the what? Or the, yeah, those are played out, but there's tons of those. And so I was going through my crates and I was listening to all my acapellas, and I was like, oh, it's short enough not to get you in trouble with the YouTube police, I believe, but I could grab the sample. It's so necessary. Change clothes and go. So I could take the so necessary and just use it as a thing for one of my triggers, right? So if I come up in here and I hit the focus movie, I can add the sound, the sample. It's so necessary because it's 2 seconds, that's 2 seconds. And you can hook it up nice. You know what I mean? You can hook it up real nice. So that might be what I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna sit there and comb through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acapellas and steal little triggers that I can put. Because I don't think without the beat, I don't think the YouTube police will catch it, and it'll make the stream way cooler than everybody's sort of generic setup. And yes, I know some of them, Chris. He said, oh, hold up. Now this I didn't know. Okay, Mr. Edit. Let me see. Come back over here and press this button. Okay, so he said you can add delay in between your actions. So if I press that and you go add the sound, action, volume, choose the file. Okay. Oh, here we go. I see. You can grab this delay and stick it in dir. Oh. Yo. Weekend project just changed. First weekend project was finish this bottle of 18-year-old whiskey that I got from Mr. Ryan. I have like half. I was saving it for you to get out of COVID, but it's taking a long time. So I'm going to shrink it down a little bit more. So you better hurry up and get out of quarantine so we can finish this bottle, fam. Daniel, what's up, fam? Good to see you here, man. I really appreciate you, brother. Chris and Ryan, you guys just set up my brain train right here. Because now I can see some other stuff, what I can do with it. Okay? Go in here and you can add delays in between your stuff. I also didn't notice until just now, you could throw in a switch profile command. So even if I wanted to trigger a sound from a different program, like Ecamm sound effects is dope, but if you really want to get nasty with it, check this out. These guys have, is it Fargo? Yeah, you can build soundboards with Fargo. Hold on, let me switch browsers here real quick. So Rogue Amoeba has this thing called Fargo, which would allow you to sort of build soundboards, and it'll be more like what we used to use in the radio station, right? Where you got a bunch of pads. Because, I mean, you only got 16 pads here, and I want to trigger my scenes and whatnot. So because of the way you could do multi-action in Stream Deck, I could actually trigger soundboards from like Fargo and then have it play through the system audio back in the Ecamm and then get even a little bit more nasty with it. There was another one I saw. It was a soundboard for iPad. I forgot what it was called, but my old partner used to use it. Hello. I don't think sounding board is actually it, but it might be it. No, that's whack. Oh goodness, what the hang was that? Oh, here we go. Soundboard Studio. That's what it is. So those of you guys that have iPads, you can do the same thing here. and you'll set yourself up a nice little set of soundboards that you can trigger and then have it plugged into Ecamm via the USB-C cable. Oh, I guess Lightning if you have an older iPad, and then you could trigger sounds that way, so you can get way more effective with your setup here. He likey. Let's go back over here. Bang bang. All right, let's see what he's saying. Yes, Bishop Donald, 100% true. Weekend project change. It's so crazy. I like this. So element hits, delay for X frames, and then do the next thing, delay. Dude, that's genius. You and Chris done square me something out. But Ryan said it might be a PC guy for streaming, but he still got tricks. Yeah, I you know what? I'm curious if you can still do that on Stream Deck Mobile too. I have to take a look. I do have Stream Deck Mobile, and I bought the whole thing just to play with it. But yeah. Well, Chris, what are you saying cost a bit? The Stream Deck? I'm lost. Anyway, Ryan's here. The other Ryan. Okay, now Ryan Matsumoto, you're going back to edit because I don't want to confuse you and other Ryan. Okay. Yes, Rodecaster Pro was next on the list, and if I actually go, got it, Chris. If I actually decide not to get a Scarlett, it will be get the Rodecaster Pro. I hear the pots are good, and I hear the Nutrix connectors or the actual mic. Why can't I speak? Preamps. There we go. I hear the preamps in it are good, and it's Rode, so it actually models this mic. Like it has special EQs, compression, all that stuff built in that will model this mic perfectly. So all of that sounds fantastic, and that absolutely eliminates the need for having to plug in VSTs and stuff in the middle. But Scarlett, like even the 4i4, a 4i4 is $250. The 6i6 is $350. The Rodecaster Pro is $600. So it would cover the idea of me having a 4 mic setup for my podcast. So I'd have the Rodecaster 4 and then add 3 more to this bad boy. So I have 4 together and I can have my 4-headed podcast setup. I like the fact that you can bring in a call, like when somebody calls in on the Bluetooth. I think that part of it is absolutely fantabulous. Like, there's so much to it. I did get a lot of whack reviews in the beginning, but Rode has been very, very good about picking up their firmware game and getting it all in together, right? So I think there's definitely some stuff that covers this. The only thing I have to dig deeper into, and I believe it does it because it's a real mixer, being that it's a hands-on real mixer, loopback should be built into this because it's just the way that you route sound from the computer into it and then back out of it through the master channel and then back to the computer. So I'm almost absolutely positive loopback is built in. Mixer without loopback is kind of ignorant. So I think it would work. Yeah, my only concern would be just the clarity of the audio. When I do my podcast record, like my audio for the podcast is just sweet. So I appreciate that aspect of it. Any of you guys that have a Rodecaster Pro, do you know if it has loopback built in or mix minus? Loopback and mix minus would be the only thing that matter. And again, I can cheat all of that with software. You know what, Ryan? We should get together over like Zoom or something. I've been trying to figure this black hole thing out. Yo, it's a headache. It's an absolute headache. Not like when Soundflower was way easier, but black hole is supposed to be like the Mac equivalent. Well, Soundflower was there, and then they changed it. I think this kind of took over, but it's whack. it's not anywhere near as simple. And so that's why I tell people, if time is money, because time is money, you just go over here. And yes, Chris is going to complain because it's expensive again. Yes, it's expensive. This joint's $100, right? But you open the app and you drag the wires where you want sound to go, and it's done. That's worth $100 because I was trying to recreate it in here, and I was 45 minutes in, and I couldn't get it to do what I can do in loopback. So Ryan, the answer to your question is, no, I personally didn't stop doing loopback, but when I got the Evo 4, it's built into the mic, so that's why I did it, because it was built into the my app over here. Let me show you real quick. Let me go to this one. Bam, bam, bam. And go to this one. Change this to current application. Bam. Okay, so if I go into this guy and show loopback mixer, it's just built in. So I can easily do loopback setup in here. So I was like, oh, I'll do it this way. And then the reason why I wanted to do the Black Hole swag, which sounds like a Red Hot Chili Pepper song, was because in the Ecamm community, like a lot of the guys in there are running ministries or running nonprofit organizations or things like that where they have limited budgets. So if you remember in the very beginning, majority of my streams, I was trying to get people on the either low cost, no cost alternatives to all of this pro gear that would sort of allow people to get in the game without having to come out of pocket. So I started messing with Black Hole. And then even with that, like, I'm a nerd and it's driving me batty. So I would still say, okay, if you can't afford, to do that, but you need loopback, just spend $100 on loopback and buy a crappier mic. Like, it's that frustrating. Like, yeah, so that's why I started I've been just messing with these like low budget tools. Same reason why I was making all my overlays in Keynote and all of that. And yeah, it's Keynote, it's fantastic, but Final Cut is just so much cleaner. You know what I mean? Like when I do that, or if I do one of these, it's just so much cleaner. Like, I could do that in Keynote. It'd take me hours. That took me 10 seconds in Final Cut. You know what I'm saying? So make one, copy it 3 times, change the words, export. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, Keynote, you could do it. Why bother? Sometimes you just got to spend the money to make your time cheaper. Daniel says loopback is cherry. Yes, this is true. Ryan said, oh, sorry, we're going to go with edit because Ryan Onishi's here. It says easy to make, so much more sense where you can just do cable routes. Yeah, it's like way, way, way simpler. Way, way simpler. And I don't know why. There's no reason for the audio stuff to be that complicated because it's not. Like in reality, in brass tacks, audio is not that complicated. But why do they make all of the audio software so unnecessarily complicated? I have no idea. It's like insanity. And I was ranting about what Edit said. So there's that. Okay, so Chris figured it out. So that's what I was trying to do. But I think I was trying to go backwards. I was trying to make it so that the Zoom audio would go to Ecamm. Because what I was able to do the other day, Chris, which we got to work on, which is dope, there's the one ability to have a Zoom meeting. You need more than 3 people, but you have a Zoom meeting, you turn on dual monitor setup, you tell Ecamm to watch the little second monitor window, and that way you can have a Zoom meeting where you can be the host. You can bring Ecamm overlays throughout the entire meeting, but you can bring individual guests up on screen. And so we were sort of working that out the other day, and I got it flawlessly, so it's dope. And the problem was I couldn't get the Zoom audio over in Ecamm. I got the video side of it working flawlessly, but I was fighting the Zoom audio. So yeah, we should link up and figure that out because that'll give us the opportunity to do stuff like I want to do training in Final Cut. And I think if I just do it like this, where I'm just showing you how to do stuff, it's not the same as if everybody has Final Cut open, everybody's on Zoom with Final Cut open, and we're doing stuff. And when you get stuck, you could be like, okay, do that. You know what I mean? So like yesterday, here's a prime example. I was in Final Cut, and I was looking at this kind of like overlay setup here. Let me drop this on, and let's go to this in here. Bam. So I was in Final Cut, and I was setting up. This is where I did. I was setting up these overlays, and for whatever reason, the font over here wasn't coming through. So I had it loaded. It's loaded in the system, but it wasn't showing them right. So I basically clicked over here, say open it up in motion. When I was in motion, what happened was it opens up and it tells me that the font isn't loaded. Well, the problem with free fonts, which is why I normally don't play with them, sometimes they get bastardized in the middle. So like, say we have a font and it's called Royals, okay? Somebody will take that font to put it on another site, make it like it's theirs because people are jerks, and they'll call it like Royals _ regular. The physical font on screen, exactly the same, right? But the name of the font, the way Font Book reads it in your Mac, or the font handler inside PC reads it, because, you know, they're interchangeable at this point, they read it differently. Or sometimes people will take it from the PC, they'll steal it out of some app, even though it was already free and, you know, OpenGL license, and they'll rename it and they'll post it back up on the site as a different font and like say, oh, this is the PC only version. It's the exact same font. But because they renamed it, when you have it in your computer, your programs that need to see it, like something like the way Final Cut works, it doesn't see the font. A big culprit of that is probably one of the most famous fonts on the planet, which is Bebas New. Bebas New was invented by this Japanese graphic designer back in like 2009, and then he made revisions to it in 2014, and he made revisions to it in 2018, and generated an entire family because of his popularity. The entire family costs money. The original one is free. The middle one was cheap. So it was free to cheap to like expensive. So it was like free, then $25 and like $150. If the person that's doing the overlays or the plugins, they set it up based off the free one, but you happen to have the pro one installed, they don't connect even though they're the exact same font. So you have to go into Motion and then, you know, reline them up. And once you reline them up in Motion, then it fixes it, because that means you don't have to update it every time you use it in Final Cut. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't know how the hell I got that far sidetracked, but yes, that's why. No, I'm not making it complicated. I'm trying to make it easy. I'm taking the pain so you don't have to. What TV commercial was that? Yeah, I'm trying to do all of the pain like here. And yes, you know, it's definitely a Virgo swag. That's how we roll. That is absolutely how we roll. So yeah, the goal of it, and no, that's not how you spell focus, Ryan. This is how you spell focus. The goal of it though is I want to be able to like go through an edit session, walk people through, show them Final Cut, and you know, they can just see things working all at the same time. And with Zoom, I feel there's a little bit more control, because when someone has a question, like say someone comes, I can actually highlight them and bring them on the screen either as a 2-up or by themselves. And in theory, if they were to share their screen, that window should allow me to have their share screen jump across the broadcast off of my broadcast and go out to the internets, in theory. So we got to play with that. I did get it set up. Lemuel and Mark Keith and I, we got it set up. We got it working. And most of it was me explaining to them why that was better than just doing share window, because it's different. And you don't catch it at first. When you see it, it's dope. If you just do Zoom or you just do virtual camera in Zoom, the only person that could pull an overlay like this would be the host. But the way that I figured it out, the way I got it set up, I can put an overlay on any one of the people in the meeting. And there is Alex Lindsay does a similar type show he has on YouTube, and it's called Office Hours or something like that. And it's quite amazing. And his Zoom call is like, I want to say 20 some odd people deep. Man, this new keyboard right here is so gangster. Okay, look, I'm gonna show you guys. This is what we're trying to get at. See? So he got the whole, yeah. I don't know. Knowing Alex, no, it's probably not one machine. Alex, he's a guy from Industrial Light and Magic. He used to always be on Twitch with Leo Laporte. I met him a bunch of times when I go to the Bay for my conferences and stuff. But he does this. One of these windows, look, there's Victor right there. Victor Cahiel. He's always on. He's always talking about it. So what these guys do is while this is playing, like they can highlight any one person in the call. Of course, hey, go quiet. Don't make noise. So you got Alex there, but you could bring up any one of the other guys, that's on the call. And I'm pretty sure he's doing something extremely similar to this. And even, look, they were doing Restream. They were explaining Restream. But my favorite part of this, I know this is just mad nerdy. Look, they got their meter up so they can see. Right now, they're a little low. They're supposed to be at, oh no, they fixed it. It's over here. They're supposed to be at like 16 to 14. YouTube wants 14. I like 16 because I think 14 is a little harsh. But yeah, you can see they got their peak meter going. But it's also helpful because then anybody watching, when they talk, they can see that their meter's crappy. They can crank their mics up. This guy, your video looks good. Yeah, so when I see that, I'm like, this is how you want to do it. And I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna get it figured out. And so on one of these shows, instead of just like me waxing rhapsodic, I would be able to actually walk people through, say, an edit, soup to nuts, right? And just show you how it's done. So yeah, that's what it's about. Anyway, I just wanted to, come in and hang out today, do a little talkie, finish setting up my new iMac. Absolute pure insanity. Here, I'm going to show you something cool. Nobody freak out. I'm going to plug in this phone real quick. And this is a new software that I got for basically working the phone. Okay, it should connect in a second. Oh, there it goes. Wait, it didn't bite. Let me check Camo why it didn't bite. Source. Oh, I know why. Because the cable ain't plugged in good. Sometimes it does that on, you know what? I'll just use Ecamm because it's simpler. Okay, so if I flip this guy around. Oh, now it decided to work. That's funny. And go to camo and lens. I like how you can change lenses on this guy. This is dope. I'll switch to the wide. Look, I just got this 32 for the birthday. It is so huge, I had to move my A7. It no longer fits. This thing is massive. Look, this is my hand, my big, gigantic hand, and this thing is huge. So I got to finish getting all of this mess set up. But yeah, that's what we're working with. That's what we're working with today. We're going to play around. And that's what I was going to do is calibrate my monitor, finish setting up all my scenes, finish making all of my overlays and Final Cut. And it ended up turning into, now I'm going to play Stream Deck because of Chris. Wait, I'm going to show you guys one other thing before we quit. I don't think a lot of people think about this. And let me see if I can do this. Okay, things are beeping at me. Project library, scroll. And here we go. Okay. Yes, thanks, Ryan. And Bishop Donald, yeah, you're correct. So one thing that's cool about doing the Ecamm Zoom hookup the way that I'm thinking of doing it, it will allow you to take the people that are in the Zoom meeting and allow them to be part of the show. Otherwise, your show is kind of sort of always one directional. You talking or you and your guest from Skype talking. But if you can do it in the Zoom way, you can make it a little bit more interactive. I want to show one more thing before we jet. So in Final Cut, when the cool setup that they did in this new version is they did the ability to set projects up really simply in odd sizes better than before. They've always had it, but it was a little bit complicated. Instead of making my file, if I made this file at the full size, say like this project here, this is full 16 by 9 4K, like gigantic monster file. If you do your overlays like this, when you save your overlays out, they're going to be like 800 megs because it's Apple ProRes 444, 4K 60, whatever. You drop that down to say 1080, which would be okay for your overlays, but I want to keep them crispy. So don't go lower than 1080. You're still going to end up with like, say 400 or 500 meg overlays. With this iMac, no problem. But if I wanted to do that on a Mac Mini or something, that would be just like ridiculous. So in spatial confirmation, you can do something cool like this, where if you check out this project, if I go into the info, it's 1920 by 300. I only made it as wide as it needed to be. And if you're doing just a pop-up overlay, you could literally make a file that's say 300 by 300 and build your movie, your overlay inside that 300 by 300. You see what I mean? So you could keep your overlay like mad tight and not like overwork your computer. And so what happens in many other cases, you're making it in Keynote, you're making whatever, you're 9 times out of 10 saving all of that alpha channel. And that's making your thing work harder than it needed to. If I only needed this to be static, I could have literally made this file like 1920 by 100. But the reason why I needed it 300 is because I have the animations of where it jumps, from off the frame and it comes down in. You know what I mean? Other than that, I could have made it actually skinnier. So keep that in mind. If you're making overlays in Final Cut or Motion, Chris, don't do the entire palette. You're just making life harder for yourself. You're making your file absolutely massive for no apparent reason. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so Brian, this is drama for us. We don't get WebM support yet. And yeah, I know it drives me batty. I really, really wish that we would get WebM support, but we don't have a WebM support at the moment. So, I see LA decided to show up. I was just telling Chris about the way we got the Zoom thing working and how I had to explain it to you in your heads like a coconut. It wasn't explaining very well. Anyway, I'm over. I'm going to go eat breakfast. I normally would go to Cocoa Head Cafe, bomb restaurant with Chef Leanne Wam, who you might know from the Food Network, but unfortunately lockdown, we can't go. So I'm super irked. And yeah, my stuff edit is built in the WebM through Streamlabs and then using the Streamlabs overlay, but you're dependent on the internet that way, and you just kind of don't want to do that. So, yeah. I have figured out a way to do the transitions where I can make a transition in Final Cut and then move it over. And so I am planning on doing some more with the transitions, and you'll see that coming up. Except for the weekend project changed a little bit because of y'all. So that's going to be a thing. Yeah, the WebM thing is difficult because it's not widely supported in general. Like, it's a Google thing, and Streamlabs OBS, yeah, they're smart they did it because most people stream with Chrome, but outside of Chrome, a lot of browsers don't do it. And Apple says don't bend yourself backwards supporting it until they know that it works flawlessly and the security levels are tight, because WebM was a replacement for Flash, and so you're getting rid of one issue to bring it back in another. But Safari Developer Beta in Big Sur does have WebM support. So it might be coming on the horizon once we move to Big Sur, in which case then it'll be okay for Ecamm to pull it in without worrying about having any issues. So yeah, that's why WebM. Yeah, it's kind of a thing. You know, Bishop Donald. Let me see. I should have thought of that. I don't know why I didn't do that. Hold on. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, let's see if that works. Jang jang. Boom boom. Bomba clot. Shoot the bonfire, man. I know I saved this on my screen at some place, but I guess I never did it. Sorry, people, talk amongst yourselves. I just got texted a message for the confirmation code. Hurry up. Why you slow, man? Why you slow? There we go. Okay, copy this. Gangster, gangster. Paste it in. It's funny to see things that were designed for mobile on the full screen. Because, yeah, it's just kind of hilarious. Okay. So we go like that. And no, that didn't work. Okay, that was whack. Cash App, your on the computer version is dumb. I just want to bring that to your attention. Okay, let's do this. Jang jang. We're going to say screenshot that. And then we're going to send it to the computer. AirDrop is the coolest invention ever, by the way. I don't know how we did stuff with computers prior to AirDrop. SneakerNet, I guess, was probably the most prominent situation. So yeah, there's that. Okay, and let's open this and go like this. Dun 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 dun. Yes, that worked. Why you always do that, computer? Okay. There. Now it should work. Stay inside the frame. I'll just move it there. There you go. Bishop Donald, that's how you do it. I don't know what took me. It took me way longer than I wanted it to, but I just think it's funny. So I'll run with that. I'll run with that. Everybody clap your hands. And let's see, LA, what you got to say? What's the touchy subject? Oh, you're talking about Flash? Yeah. Hey, I didn't know you snuck in here. What's up, Miss? Ooh, stay there. Come back. There you go. Thank you, Miss Felicia. Always good to see you. And love what you're doing. You just making very, very, very incredible stuff. Very incredible stuff. So I really appreciate what you do. Yeah, I can't wait to get in and show you guys like some of the power of what you could do with, you know, bringing your overlay game in the Final Cut and stepping up with that, especially with the ability to do transitions. We were talking about this in our little side huddle. When you do your stream, like having good transition game is amazing. Like it really, really can go a long way. So being able to do something like this and hit it up as a transition. And then, okay, now we're on to the next section of our show and being able to connect, you know, audio and stuff like that. Thank you, LA. I appreciate you, fam. It shows up in the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen, but that's cool. Thank you, Mr. LA. Oh, you know what he did, though? Oh, there it goes. It shows up. Hey, that was a lag. But thank you. Anyway, I appreciate you. It's good to see what the lag is. And I need to go in and I've been a couple of the projects that I've been working on. I want to go in and I want to make my own Streamlabs pop-ups because like Ryan and I were talking about, those are WebMs and those WebM that I have right now is being fed through Streamlabs, which we talked about, moments ago. And using the Streamlab widget is how I set that up. And I believe that particular one came from Nerd or Die, if I remember correctly. But unfortunately, the majority of their stuff that they have is very, very, very Twitch oriented. It's like all their stuff is Twitch oriented. And if you look at, they say you can use YouTube because of course it works. You just saw it working, but a lot of the stuff in there is just designed around sort of Twitch orientation, and that's the case. This is what it is. That's the case with Streamlabs in general. So between Nerd or Die or Own 3D or Stream Elements, all of this stuff is very Twitch heavy. Somebody needs to make one of these that's basically for the YouTube, Facebook streamers only, without all of the weird extra twizzles that come involved with the way that, Twitch does it. That being said, I was twitching at first. That sounds weird. I was using Twitch at first and then I took it off. I think I need to spend a weekend, like Eileen Smith says, set it up, get the Twitch on, and just put it back and just leave it there. And then that just provides some other opportunity. But I was trying to be a little bit more focused on getting the Ecamm stuff straightened out. I have a bunch of Ecamm tutorials coming up. We're going to get into sound for like musicians, how to cut down the latency, how to bring logic in, things like that. That new Zoom training stuff that I just figured out, or that LA and Markeith helped me figure out. We're going to be able to do some training through Zoom and like let people open your app the same time as I got my app open, and then walk through the process. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody could be in the app at the same time. And if you're in the app, when you run into a glitch, you have several of us that'll be there that can probably help you. So that's the reason why I've been fighting so hard with the Zoom and the Ecamm thing, because I want that to work. I think that's the best way ever to teach software. So I can't wait for that to come through. And yeah, we're working on it. But yeah, if you want to know where I got that little poppy pop. Felicia. Hey, thank you, Felicia. Oh my God. It's my birthday. I can have pop-ups if I want to. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I like how Ecamm translates, or it's probably YouTube's fault. I like how YouTube translates the icons. It completely cracks me up because I understand that it's an ADA compliance thing, but it's super funny to me because the way they spread it all out. And I noticed it when I was watching Diana's stream one day, the way that it was commenting and like verbally saying what the icons are, because I think I would have described them differently. And I guess because I'm weird, I don't know. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, YouTube. But I always find that funny. Hey, how come that's not doing what I wanted it to do? Go back over there. Oh, I know. Sorry. I keep remembering to tell myself to make a button to be able to jump to the YouTube manage page, and yet I always forget to make a button to jump to the YouTube manage page. Also, I just realized I screwed up something myself, which I normally teach you guys not to do. I didn't set my stream to go to the right place. Oh, that's what it looks like in real life. Haha, I see. Okay, we're going. See, Felicia, that's what it looks like. That's cool. I didn't see that before. So the way YouTube describes it, right, is like big hearts popping out of the eyes. That doesn't explain that beautiful graphic, like how cool that is. It has no explanation of that whatsoever. Like, so it's super funny. And then let me move my head to the other side. Thank you, Chris. Wait, I always got to remember to turn that movie off. And then I can move my bubble. And then, so Chris's one has a thing that says behind the scene, and it just says rainbow clapper. Okay, that makes sense. Chris, yours makes sense. And yeah, see this bubbly poppy thing, no matter how wide I stretch it, it doesn't fix the letters. So yeah, that's why I want to make my own. Unfortunately, the curse of being a designer, you see cool tools with bad design, you always want to redesign it and make it better. So we will, somewhere in this journey, we're going to learn how to make our own Streamlabs alerts, and we're going to make ones that are designed for sort of YouTubey people so that we don't have to fight the Twitch monsters, because I think it would have probably fixed itself in Twitch, but YouTube, it doesn't do it. So we just make our own. So yeah, that's what we're up to. I did not make the overlay, but I do have a Discord where Chris, myself, Victor, a bunch of rest of us, the guys that are like trying to like step this up, we talk a lot in Discord. Lemuel and Marshall and Alicio and we've been talking about setting up a group for the Ecamm people who are like trying to strive for the highest. Like, there's a lot of people that just stream, and that's cool. That's your lane. That's what you want to be. That's fine. But then there's those of us that want to like stream next level. Like, we want to be like production level stream. So it can get easily lost when a group's growing so fast. So I love to be there to help and teach everybody what I know. But having a group of people that are on the same direction, like, I don't just want to stream like this. I want to stream like this, going up. We're creating sort of like a mastermind squad where we push each other and help each other and, try crazy things, do things that not supposed to be done. You watch Lemuel stream anytime. He always doing something that ain't supposed to be done. And he stumbles into greatness, which I think is absolutely awesome. And he keeps downplaying his skill because that's the Filipino way. But I appreciate what he does. He's always learning. And then, so I'll teach him something and he'll next level it and teach it back to me, which is crazy. So I think that's dope. So we're going to we're trying to build that like squad or something. So we're thinking about making another group that will be for the people that are pushing, right? There's people that go to the gym and then there's bodybuilders. We're going to make like the bodybuilder section of like streamers. Yeah, streamers supporting streamers. Thank you, Ryan. I get Virgo loquacious at times. Yes, you said it so properly succinct. So we're masterminding and bringing that. I think what we're going to do is like make a Zoom call every once in a while so that we can just talk each other through and kind of help each other out. It's that Sunday school for streamers, I guess, a little stream fellowship. We'll come up with a name. LA and I will figure this out. We're going to get it together because I think it'll be fantastic. And that's what's cool about doing this stuff, meeting really cool people and the interactivity. And so a lot of people ask, like, why do you stream? Like, I don't get it. Like, do people actually come and watch? Yeah. And even if it's only 10 of y'all, hey, that's 10 people that wouldn't be hanging out with right now. I'll be upstairs sorting my silverware. Eddie, you know me. Funk Evangelist. That was the LA, my DJ partner and our crew was called the Funk Evangelist. So that's why it's funny he put Stream Evangelist. Because it's actually true. Of everybody that's in the group so far, all of them except for Marshall and I are ministers. So that's kind of sort of correct. It's kind of sort of correct. Anyway, I'm going to stop goofing off. I'm going to go and clean my silverware. I got to wash the car. And now I got to make Stream Deck stuff because Chris set me up. Mr. Wood, I appreciate you, but you just messed up my whole brain. Between you and Ryan, I'm going to be tweaking out on Stream Deck all day. Maybe that's what we're going to do on Tuesday. Maybe on Tuesday, we're going to do Stream Decks. Aaron! ¿Qué pasó, brother? Appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. I love you, brother. Ryan's like my little brother. Been friends forever. He's one of the coolest cats ever. He keeps me balanced. When I get big-headed, he'd be like, hey, calm it down, pimp. Just squeeze it in. So he keeps me in check. That's why I love keeping him around. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to check this out. I changed how I set this up. Here's a pro tip. When you end your stream, I was not having space for my end card. So when I go to let it go on YouTube after, I had no way of like promoting the next stream or doing anything like that. So I made new overlays, which Ryan and I talked about earlier. So I'm gonna actually play my end card this time, so it will be live for a little bit. It won't just be me slipping. But yeah, I'm starting to get a hang of how this works. So let me drag this down here so that it flows nicely like how I wanted to do. And quick reminder, if you're not normally here, if you're not part of the normal squad, yes, Chris, go ahead and pop that into the thing over there. Why don't I go to my normal self? Yes. Anyway, I'm Doc Rock. I do this every Tuesday and Saturday at 8 a.m. Hawaiian time. That's 11 a.m. West Coast, 2 p.m. East Coast, and 7 p.m. Manchester. Glory, glory, Man United. Yes, I got the transit. Oh, LA, I got transition game. Ooh, fam. I'm going to show you some cool transition game, and I'm going to show you what I'm working with. Hit me up today. Let's figure out what time we can meet up tomorrow for that Zoom call. We should just Zoom up. And then, Chris, to see if you're available. I know you guys got church on Sunday. So, yeah, let's do that so we can get the set up. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on the screen. This is the link to the Discord. I will put it in the description. But, yeah, please join the Discord. And we just being there. We chatting it up. We trying to figure this out. We're trying to make it all good in the hood. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love. I appreciate all the birthday wishes. And you guys are great. Bishop Henry, good to see you here. Man, yeah, don't forget Tuesday. Tuesday, I think we're going to do Stream Deck because Chris and Ryan got my head twisted. I'm going to be Stream Decking for a little bit. I thought my deck was cool. My deck was nutting. These guys did it up straight. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you, little sister. I'll see you soon. I'm going to go polish off some cookies with another cup of coffee. Aloha.